Hi, hello and welcome. In today's video, we're going to look at how you can possibly plan your workout pattern. Now, to do that, first we need to understand what is your goal. Is your goal about weight loss or toning muscles, or are you preparing for any specific event, like let's say for a marathon, or is it to gear up fitness for your weekend activities, maybe for cricket or maybe for badminton, or is it to reduce your blood pressure, increase your fat burn, or is it all about general fitness? So depending on your goal, you should probably pick up the items that can fit into those requirements. But whatever you pick up, how long you should do, how you should package is what we're going to discuss today. Now for each goal, the activity pattern might be different, but then the way you can structure your plan, structure your fitness regime can be pretty common. And that is what we're going to discuss today. So irrespective of what your goal is, I'm sure you have to dedicate some time for that. So I hope you can dedicate at least 1 hour per session, and at least thrice a week or 5 times a week. Now what you can do within that 1 hour matters a lot, and that is what is going to drive towards your particular goal. So what I've done here is, I'm assuming that your goal is for a general fitness and not going very specific into a particular goal of let's say weight loss or whatever it is. I've tried to create a common template here, assuming that it's for a general fitness where your all the parameters should in general be at a balanced state. Now please refer to my old video where we have covered as to what all parameters can be classified under a fitness definition. So that will include your cardiovascular endurance, your speed, your power, your strength, your agility, and a lot more other stuff. So please do refer to that particular video. So what I've assumed is that you would probably want to plan out your schedule to cover up all parameters within that framework. So given that, what I've done here is that I've split your 60 minutes of your time into 15 minutes block or 5 minutes block. This diagram is not really to the scale, so please pardon me for that. Now an ideal workout that I would propose would be to begin with a warm-up for about 5 minutes. The warm-up could be about a brisk walk because you are just coming out of rest. I assume you are doing it in the morning, or even if it is in the evening also, you are not you're coming back from work, or you're finishing some sort of regular activities and about to start your workout. Now start with 5 minutes of warm-up. That could be a simple walk, brisk walk, or a simple jog or a small run for about close to about 5 minutes, followed with 5 minutes of dynamic stretching. Please refer to my old video where I have covered what all dynamic stretching that you could do just to prepare your muscles, keep that mobility happening within your joints. And the next 5 minutes would be a day specific warm-up. That means whatever is your remaining part of your schedule in the workout. Let's say for example, if you're aiming to do a lower body workout, then do a little bit of extra stretching for your lower body. Or if you are aiming to do chest workout, you can probably do specific stretches and prepare yourself for chest workouts. Or if you're about to go in for a 30 minutes of run, then you could focus a little bit more on your back, on your calf muscles, and on your legs. So depending on what is going to be your main workout for the day, you could have a day specific warm-up. Now for people who like yoga, probably you can choose Surya Namaskar as an option in place of dynamic stretching, because that covers both deep stretching as well as strengthening through a series of poses. Please refer to one of my previous video where I have covered a 12 pose Surya Namaskar. So you could do let's say 10 rounds within that 10 minutes of stretching period. So that would cover up your warm-up and stretching. And please note, a warm-up and stretching put together becomes your warm-up session. The first 15 minutes of your time is completely dedicated to only the warm-up and stretching, thereby preparing yourself for much more intense activity coming way forward. Now the next block, what I've done is I've split the next 30 minutes into 2 different 15 minutes of block. The first 15 minutes block could be your main workout 1, and the second 15 minutes of block could be your main workout 2. Now what you could do here, if you want to focus on your cardio, you can choose a cardio run or a brisk walk, or you can also choose an interval run. Again, please refer back to my video where we have covered on how interval training, even for as a replacement for cardio, can help you. So you can choose that. Or if you are again a yoga person and you are doing a stretching and mobility based workouts, then you can choose 6 different types of yogasanas and then repeat that for 2 sets, thereby covering up the 15 minutes of cycle. But if you are looking for strength oriented training, you can choose Tabata or high intensity interval training, or you can do a circuit training with AMRAP. AMRAP stands for as much as reps as possible. So you basically choose 4 different types of workout, do 10 times each, and repeat that as much as possible. The 4 types of exercises repeated as much as possible to cover up the entire 15 minutes of period. I've covered how to do Tabata, how you can plan your Tabata workout in my previous video. Please check out that if you have any queries. So the first 15 minutes of block is going to be any one type of workout depending on the given day and depending on your goal and where you want to focus upon. The next 15 minutes is going to be the main workout 2. Again, subject to your goal in mind. If you are doing cardio, probably you can extend the cardio session for the next 15 minutes as well. Or if it is a yoga day, you can probably go ahead extending the asanas for another 6 types of asanas into your next block of 15 minutes as well. Or if you are going to weight training, you can choose one muscle group over here and the next muscle group over here. For example, you could have chosen chest muscle group here and do triceps over here. Or if you have done legs over here, you could focus probably on a back over there. So you can have 2 different muscle group focus and create a pattern accordingly. Even if it is about Tabata or even about the circuit, again the same way, you can choose 4 different types of workout aiming at one part of your body and 4 different types of your workout aiming a different part of your body. So you can mix and match between shoulder and legs on one day and chest and triceps on a different day and so forth. So choose what you want to achieve and create a set of workouts. What are the different types of strength workouts that you can do with your own body weight at home? Please refer back to my own video to check out some of the options given. So the next 15 minutes also is going to be main workout 2. So 30 minutes is going to be your overall workout time, but I'm sure every rep that you finish, every set that you finish, you may have to take some bit of rest depending on what activity you are doing, and there will be some recovery time. For example, if you are doing Tabata, which is about 4 minutes cycle, so if you do 3 cycles, you would have consumed 12 minutes and 1 minute of rest in between. So that becomes your 15 minutes of Tabata. So probably you can repeat that. So that becomes 6 cycles of Tabata. If you're doing a circuit training, if you're doing 4 types of exercises on as much as reps as possible, you could repeat that for another 4. That makes it 8 different types of workouts. With 8 different types of workout, probably you can end up cover your whole body. So you can start with the squats, then you can go into a push-ups, then you can go into a core, you can go into shoulder, and you can probably choose 8 exercises that can cover up everything, right from your cardio to core to upper body to lower body and your back and everything. The next 10 minutes, I would recommend to completely focus on core. Core, as I mentioned in one of my previous video, has your abdomen, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, the side abdomen, which is your obliques, and the lower back. So all put together forms your core area. So you can choose at least 5 different types of exercises and do 10 reps each and repeat that for 3 sets. That would approximately cover up about 10 minutes of your time. And leave the last 5 minutes for completely cooling down. You've done some very intense activity over 30 to 45 minutes of time after the warm-up is over, which means your body really needs recovery and rest for a while. So go down for cool down stretches, which is the static stretches, and the focus here should be those muscles which has worked a lot, which means whatever was your core focus area here, if it was your leg, give too much of focus on your cool down stretches, static stretches for legs. If it was a chest day, give adequate focus for chest in specific. So depending on what activities you have done here, whichever muscles are tired and have worked a lot, give a detailed, deep level of static stretch over here. If it is a yoga day, probably you can use these two sessions for going in for a 10 minutes of deep meditation or pranayama or kapalabhati of that kind of breathing exercises, and leave the last 5 minutes for simply lying down in shavasana and go down for a very deep yoga nidra and completely relax your body. So that could be your complete breakup of your 60 minutes of plan. I'm sure 60 minutes is something that virtually every one of us can spend on fitness. Now this time does not cover up your time taken for selfies, going through the WhatsApp chats, or changing music, and taking some extra bit of rest. So I'm referring to where you can actually pack yourself with back-to-back activities by giving a little bit of rest intervals in between, subject to what plan you are choosing, and effectively using 60 minutes of time. That's for one session. Now if you can repeat that for thrice a week or 5 times a week, I'm sure you're going to go towards your particular goal. Again, you can mix and match. Maybe you can choose 1 day of yoga, 1 day of strength training, 1 day of cardio, 1 day of weight training, and so forth. How to span your fitness schedule over a week-long period, that probably we'll look at in a different video. But within one particular session, how you could break your schedule, I hope this video gives a little bit of tips for you to plan. So good luck, and stay home and stay fit and stay positive.